Hello and welcome to KEYPOINT. Today we are exploring a topic that is becoming increasingly important for young people across Africa. And as the topic suggests, preparing youth for emerging industries and career opportunities. The world of work is rapidly changing and new industries are emerging. Technology is transforming how we live, how we think, and how we work. And employers are looking for new skills, from aeronautics to cybersecurity to artificial intelligence. Exciting opportunities are open for the next generation. But how can young people prepare themselves for these opportunities? What skills do they need? And what role does educational institutions play in shaping the workforce of tomorrow? To help me discuss this and answer these questions, I have three guests with me in the studio. I'll start from my immediate left. Introduce yourself, please.
Thank you so much. So, I'm Dr. Jagri. I am an associate professor of English literature at Kara University and then a visiting lecturer at ESA Togo.
Thank you for honoring the invitation. And then I'll move it to my first guest on my immediate right. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Bado Enoch, student at ESA Togo.
Thank you very much. And yourself?
Thank you. I'm Peter Esone Samuel. I'm a student at ESA Togo.
Thank you very much. Now, you are clearly wearing uniforms, and then we have a lecturer here with us. So I want to kickstart with you with regards to the topic, but starting off, for those who have heard about ESA Togo, which is a higher school of aeronautics and technology, and those who haven't, what can you tell us about the school and what is its mission?
Thank you. ESA Togo stands for that higher school of aeronautics and technologies, and in French is École supérieure de l'aéronautique et de technologie. Okay. So it's a technical school, what we call a college, that is accredited by the Ministry of Higher Education and Research. And ESAT is an engineering school, as I said, and its mission is to train future engineers. It has a 3-year program that leads to a bachelor degree and a 5-year program leading to an engineering degree. So,
okay, so if I'm not cutting, just to chip in, since we are talking about the year term and the degrees, what are some of the courses and programs that they offer?
Yeah, at ESAT currently we have 5 courses that any student coming can take one or maybe. So we have, first of all, aeronautics.
Okay.
If someone wants to study aeronautics, we have artificial intelligence. We have software engineering. Okay. We have big data, and then we have cybersecurity. So these are the 5 courses that we are running currently.
Okay. So in the nutshell, it's all about technology and innovation.
Yes.
Okay. So moving away from you, I want to start with Enoch on this one. Yes. I mean, he's a young man who, from our previous conversation, is very enthusiastic about the field in which he's studying. So what is aeronautics to you, and why is it important?
To say it simply, we can say aeronautic is the study of aircraft and everything related to flying, like how airplanes are designed, built, tested, and maintained. It also involves studying the system that help the aircraft fly safely and efficiently. Okay,
so why is it important?
Aeronautics is important because it helps people connect to every others. It helps countries also connect, and it allows to travel long distance in short time, not wandering the water between the lanes. And also for businesses, it helps them move goods around, so we can touch other public and make more money that we have on our own lanes. And also it's useful for emergency business, emergency services, and humanitarian mission.
Okay. Now, I'm moving to you because we are now going to talk about artificial intelligence. Yeah. I myself, I use it for my research in most of the work I do. But I think the understanding goes beyond just research. Yeah. So as someone who is already in the field, what can you say artificial intelligence is, and why do you think it's important?
So thank you for giving me the floor. To be as simple as possible, I'm gonna say this. I want people to understand 2 main points about AI. Okay. AI is a computer program that helps, or that is capable to learn from information and to solve problems. A little bit like a man or a human. So this is what I can say about it.
Okay, so the importance aspect of it.
AI is very important to our world, and in every field we need AI, because AI is bringing us today many things to facilitate, if I can say it like this, to facilitate how we work, because it is changing how we work. It can help us how to think more easily that we are usually do in our life.
Okay. So, Professor or Dr. Jagri, sorry, as more people are into business, they are relying on technology, protecting information and privacy. In your expertise or in your understanding, what is cybersecurity and why do you think we need to take it more seriously?
Thank you. I think cybersecurity is so important. Like I can put this way. It's a matter of locking our doors. We need to lock our doors because we don't want thieves to break in. If we don't want thieves to break in, or if a nation has an army, at the borders we have soldiers. So it's the same thing for digital devices.
Okay.
We are now connected, and we have online activities going on. So to protect, to keep those activities safe, we need cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is that practice of protecting computers, smartphone, and networks. Okay, it's what we call digital devices, and then data, money, banking. When you go to banks, so they need to protect the money, and then we have now crypto money and all these things. So cryptocurrency. So cybersecurity comes to protect all those online services, and I think it's so important today.
Okay.
Considering the way we are so connected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As he said early on, we can't do without AI. It's in every part of our activities in life. Now, when you chose to go to a higher education,
Yes.
I mean, you could have gone to nursing, lawyer, you could have been a teacher, even a journalist perhaps like myself. But you chose to go into aeronautics, and I'm wondering, or my viewers also be wondering that, why did you choose to study aeronautics?
It goes for personal motivation and dreams. So I was fascinated about how airplane flies, how that big amount of iron can be able to be in the air. And I know that the fact that I don't know the current masses, but I know that I'm much lighter than the plane, but it's moving much than me. So I was interested in that, and also in technology. I was interested in computer things, computer science, and coding. And also coding, but I don't want to leave one and choose the other. So aeronautics was the best touch to combine both of them.
That was what you went into.
Yes.
There will be, how do I say it? It's not a conversation or a topic that people treat every day. So my follow-up question to you was, honestly speaking, would you say your parents were much supportive of the idea of you going to aeronautics?
Not at 100%.
Okay.
Because as African we are, there is the fear of death, the fear of, what can I say it? Available. You will not be available as much as now. Maybe we can say you will disappear. You will disappear. So that is.
So later on, how were you able to convince them?
Yeah, I was able to convince them that first of all, is my choice, is what I want to do, and I love that. And also, we can say that aviation needs people. African aviation needs people, need one who are able to think by their own to create things.
So you are part of, as he said earlier on, solution givers. That is one of the other reasons you went into it. So I'm moving now to Mr. Samuel. Artificial intelligence, as you already highlighted, is in every aspect of our life. So my question will be, Was that one of the reasons why you chose artificial intelligence, or there's a personal touch to it?
Yeah, this is very personal, and to be honest, in 21st century, it is difficult to talk about new technologies without talking about AI. And for myself, there is many motivations for me to do AI.
Share some of them with us.
So when I was a little bit young, I was very fascinated about new technologies, about new programming systems, etc. And it's like new programming languages, new programmatic languages like C++ or C# or Java, etc. But personally, I was when I was a kid, I was really like movies, science fiction movies, and I like if you know this movie, Avengers.
Okay.
I love a lot. Tony Stark. Yes. When you are a kid, you are very fascinated about what you are seeing, and this is very impactful for you to do it when you will be a little bit
older.
Yeah, older. So. My education, my father always say to me that if you want to change the world, you must be important in people's life. Okay. And nowadays, nowadays we cannot talk about how to help people in what they are doing every day in their jobs, in every field of people, without talking about AI. So because of what, when I said the definition, learn from information. Well, what is information? Information is everything. Is the big amount of data that we can adapt in each of field. So this is what I can say.
Now there will surely be this fear that one day technology or AI is going to take over humans or take over. I hope you don't have any fears about that.
No, there is no fear.
I think it's more or less about how we make use of it. Yeah. So now coming to cybersecurity, I'm going to rephrase the phrase you used earlier on about you shut your door when you are not around, which is the same way you put an army, if I can get you correctly, an army for the digital world is what cybersecurity is. What are some of those common cybersecurity threats and that we should be aware of so we don't fall into some of these traps?
Yeah, we are experiencing threats every day. And if you go to our mailbox, they will tell you, don't click this, don't click on this mail because of the system put in place by Gmail or .fr to at least help the users. So we have phishing. When we talk about phishing, they are fake mails, or messages designed to steal information from you. And we have malware. When we say malware, is about a harmful software that damages devices, or steals sometimes data. And there's another one, this ransomware.
Yeah, ransomware.
When I say ransomware, it is a kind of malware that will lock your files and demands some money. Yeah. So if you don't pay, they will not unlock it. So the system will be in trouble. And we have identity theft. That is common. You see someone will be just stealing your identity, calling people.
Some time ago, it spread a little bit on WhatsApp, where someone account will be hacked, and then the person will send you a message asking you to send them money, or even sometimes they might even call you and that, which is something very common.
Yeah, common. So that identity theft is so common, and people are worried. People don't know what to do. Even when I was coming here, I discussed with a colleague, a psychologist, saying that all her mails and devices are hacked, and she lost a lot of money. I didn't know. I was very sorry for her to hear that she lost millions from her account. So this one of the challenges that we are facing, and the last one is what you call data breach. The data breach is unauthorized access, to sensitive information. Can you understand that? So we have sensitive information. There are people able to get access to those information, those pieces of information, and these are threats. Nationally, we have threats. Individually and collectively have threats. So, and we have many more examples that we can bring to the table.
I think, let me highlight a bit on the identity theft, because There was a situation I read online where there was a woman who traveled outside, and I think she lost her ID card or something like that on her way.
Yo.
So someone picked up the ID card, used it to buy a SIM card, and then started conversing with people. Because when they check or they want to send money, they see the person's ID, they felt it was important. Now, I know we would probably come to solutions in relation to the threat, but I think one piece of advice to people would have to be when you find such a card, or if when you feel it is lost, it is good to report it to the right authorities so they can cut away any access another person may have to that one.
Exactly.
Because that's why I asked the question, which one should we be aware of the threat? And I think day in, day out, as he will be talking about AI, people probably will get a bit used to most of the information and know how to proceed.
Exactly.
Now, I was saying early on that I hope one day AI doesn't take over our jobs. But before I come to you to give me what kind of jobs we'll get, I want to come to aeronautics. He spoke about motivation earlier. He spoke about his fascination about computer coding and all the rest. So what kind of jobs can someone who chooses rather to study aeronautics, maybe like yourself, what kind of jobs can they get at the end of that study or whilst they are even in the course of studying that?
Yeah, we have many career opportunity in aeronautics.
Okay.
The first one, we can talk about aeronautical engineer.
Okay.
Those who designs aircraft and help improve their performance.
Okay.
We have aircraft maintenance engineer. They inspect, repair, and maintain.
Okay.
We also have avionic engineer.
Okay.
Those who works on electronic system such as communication, navigation, and flight control equipment.
Okay.
We also have flight operation engineer, those who check if the flower is here, does wing work correctly, and much more.
I mean, so basically the field is more technical.
Yeah, we can see it like this.
More technical. So it's not everybody that can become one.
If you have the passion and you work hard, everything is possible.
That's great. So imagine you are on a flight and then the plane is going downside into the sea. What would you do?
The first thing I will pray. The first thing I will pray, and the second thing, you will search for a solution. We will search firstly to save people, that because we engage ourselves to serve the country and serve people. So we will save, and first of all, we will pray.
Okay, so Mr. Samuel, we are talking about AI, and I keep highlighting that you said we need it in everyday life, in every field. So in your estimation, how is AI changing the way people think, the way they work? And then at the end of it, you can also tell us some of the job opportunities that we could derive from AI.
Yeah, AI is doing a very hard work today. It is very important in for everybody because first of all, it is free to use.
Some of them
is free to use. And when we are preparing, like I gotta take an example for a teacher. When he want to teach some students, he will go to AI and ask him some questions about how can I say it, how can I develop this thing or thing. So, and for the students when he is in class, it is not easy for him to understand all things in class. No. So when he come home, he can ask AI to develop some questions or some need that he needs for the course. And in everybody life, it is changing. The things are changing. And to talk about potential jobs for AI engineers, there is many things to talk. So, we have AI engineer, we have machine learning engineer, we have deep learning engineer, we are data scientists. Because first of all, when I said my definition, it is important, it's important for me to tell you. First of all, I said that the capacity of a computer to learn, it is very important because we can adapt it in every situation. And for somebody who is afraid, oh, my job can be lost and I can be replaced by an AI agent.
It's a good concern.
Yeah, it's a good concern, but everybody must be concerned about new technologies. It is very important because you gotta be like we say in French, mise à jour.
Okay, updated.
Yeah. So this is very important for us, and this is very important for us to tell people you don't need necessarily to be an engineer to do technologies. It is very important for us to say that, because everybody is concerned. So like you, when you want to do scripts, your script to do your job, this is very important for you. And this is what I can say about it.
But yeah. So you are affirming to us in one way or the other that AI is not coming to take over?
No.
Okay. I think there's one other addition I would want to top up on yours, is that you spoke about machine learning, which means AI is not something necessarily new. It is something that is adapted through human activities and human behavior. So whatever we input is what is able to work on and then come out with. Now, cybersecurity, funny thing, I actually did a course online on Cisco on cybersecurity, but I was not able to finish it at the moment.
Really?
But it was really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment I was compiled with a lot of work and stuff, which is why I stopped at some point. But maybe you might convince me with some of the career opportunities we have. We are in Togo, as you said, Africa. Not everyone is so much interested in the STEM subjects or technology. So in your experience, what are some of the career opportunities that we can obtain from being in the field of cybersecurity?
Thank you so much. As I engage in English for specific purpose with my students, I'm talking from that perspective.
Great.
So I can give, and maybe when they get to that level of becoming engineers, I think they will come and maybe convince people. Handling English, and according to what I discovered, I think we can get a lot from cybersecurity, concerning what I said, safeguarding data and protecting online activities, and money is involved, banks and higher institutions, so governments. So we have to open door to the learning of cybersecurity, and you can be a cybersecurity analyst. Okay. So I operating as a cybersecurity analyst, which means you can analyze a lot of things in order to see what to do. We have also ethical hacker. Ethical hacker is the one hired to hack for good. I don't know. So yeah, helping governments, maybe the army, to face those people who come to attack our security. You have the security architect, the one who can build an architecture that can protect the system. So, and we have information security manager. He is now managing information and trying to make sure they are safe, they are kept safe, and then with a lot of things that maybe I'll come back, how to use it. Sometimes people will tell you to go for maybe passwords, that you can try to have strong password, and maybe two authentication and two-factor authentication, and many other practices that we can do too. So those people are there to help us, maybe to guide, to sensitize, to teach people who are not specialists or expert. So
before I move on to Enoch on this one, you did mention ethical hacking.
Yeah.
Now, I know ethical, somebody might say it's just a cover-up word, because if someone can hack your phone, and Enoch can hack your phone, but Enoch is working for government and someone is not working for government, they might arrest him and leave him. So what differentiates maybe an ethical hacker from maybe another person that is a hacker, but probably not working for the state?
It's like we have people who are what we can say they are a threat to maybe the nation. Okay. They constitute a threat, or an institution that is a threat to the interest, to the collective interest. Okay. So waiting for them to hack the collective interest is not a good, the best choice. So we can go for, that is called offensive, to just, break systems, maybe get into those systems to know what is going on, and then to read or to learn more. It's like infiltration. Okay. Like those people who are sent just, physically to infiltrate some groups to learn more in order to see if they can disorganize them or can put an end to the activities, considering the fact that the activities are a threat to the collective peace or maybe development. So that one will be doing that for a higher interest against those who are doing for selfish interest.
Okay. I mean, the ending part clarifies a number of things for me. Now, I'll come back to you on the subject of aeronautics. I mean, you have colleagues at school. Have you had any experience where one of your friends or colleagues at school wants to change their course because they were not really understanding anything in aeronautics?
Yes, it happens.
Okay, so for someone probably in your class that is trying to, I mean, change course, or somebody who looks up to you, or who, a young person, what would you tell such a person that is showing any interest or is lost on aeronautics, and what advice would you have for them?
First of all, I would say to them to stay curious and to follow their dreams.
Okay.
But knowing that every field have the, what can I say, restriction.
Okay.
To do aeronautics, you have to be good in, you have to like, not to be good, but to like mathematics, physics, and computer science.
Okay.
I say like because we cannot be good at something, but with trying, with training, with exercise and effort, we can arrive.
Okay.
So you have to like, suffer to have more gain after.
Okay.
You have to follow your dream, stay curious, think by your own, not to rely on someone's idea, not to rely only on AI to work, but you have to think on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, I mean, it's a strong word to probably use for someone who probably is having difficulty, but I think the word is not fair on its own already.
Yeah.
So, and it's a field that, like you said earlier on, if there's a miscalculation, for example, on the flight, on the weight and all those things, the impact it would have can be very disastrous. So in terms of AI, what are some of the skills, first of all, that a young person or someone who is interested has to learn in order to, I mean, let's say, excel or do better in the field of artificial intelligence?
Yeah, so thank you for the question. People must know that AI doesn't know everything.
Okay, sure.
Doesn't know everything. So
I think it's a point to reach it. So please tell the people watching us in the camera.
my people, I want to say to you that AI doesn't know everything. So we must know that it is a computer. I want to be very. It is a computer that can learn from information, and this information is what you can learn information to somebody. If you don't have this information, it is impossible.
Sure.
So to help AI think like think or work mathematics, that you must know mathematics is the basic thing. You must know physics if you want AI to be a physician. So and so on and so forth. So I want people to know that if you are very interested about AI engineering, you must have skills like mathematics. You must learn mathematics a lot. Programming, data analysis, and critical thinking. And for me, the most important is the mindset.
Okay.
The mindset.
Why do you say the mindset?
Yeah, the mindset is the engineer mindset. And the engineer mindset, what it is the way somebody is thinking, how we think about how can I be the solution of this problem or this problem. And it's very important for us to keep in our mind that if I want to be an engineer, I want to think about problems, because it is our daily life, we solve problems. And I think this is
I saw earlier on he was trying to throw shades at you in terms of AI, but you recovered very nicely.
Yeah.
So I'm moving, everything we are talking about, AI, aeronautics, and all that, I think cybersecurity crowns it all, because it is there to protect all those information in the digital space. So I'll come to you. If someone wants to become a cybersecurity expert, a data analyst, and all the other ones you enumerated, what are some of the skills that they need to be learning so that tomorrow or in the immediate future they can become people capable of, as both of them said, solving problems?
Thank you. So if you listen to them, you see that they are students in second year, and they are following the same courses.
Okay.
Why? Because these courses are connected.
Exactly.
When you move from aeronautics to artificial intelligence, coming to cybersecurity, even what you call data analysis, big data, and software engineering, they are all connected, and the skills needed to be able to protect those connected devices will come from knowledge from AI.
Yeah, sure.
So which means mathematics, physics, and then all science, subject. You need to get a lot from aeronautics if you want to move to protect in that field, and from what you call maybe software engineering. You need to know a lot about before coming to cybersecurity, because these people are big thieves. Let me say big thieves. You need to control small thieves. Before control small thieves, you need to be the boss. So which means those people need to try their best to be maybe best or better in those fields. And they need to know a lot about computer and network fundamentals as students. And we have cybersecurity knowledge. And today knowledge is available. He's saying if you don't know, you go for AI. You can go for online classes before coming to ESA Togo. Okay. You have some courses on YouTube or maybe some website. You can learn, as you said. You said you started a course.
Yeah, on Cisco.
So yeah, someone will say maybe he's a journalist, but look. So,
I mean, it's an intriguing
so
field.
which means if you push forward at a given moment, if you feel like going for some expertise to become an engineer, nothing can stop you, as he said. I have programming and scripting. He mentioned Java and other, programming languages. So these are, skills, and then we hope those people who are interested in cybersecurity will start learning. That is self-learning, so that when they come to the system, they will be very at ease.
So on that note, before we wrap up, I will take your last advice to equally the students and to the viewers out there, people who might be interested in studying what they are already doing. What advice do you have for them generally, so that we wrap up the show?
So for me, I can just call them to come to ESA Togo, because this is a private university, and this is my second year with them. You can see that these are future engineers, and then they are coming to maybe give their just say about those field, those courses in English. So which means if our viewers are interested in what they are saying, and if they appreciate the way they articulate the language, I think this is the best place to land this year, so that we can have the same journey, share the same passion, and then reach the same goal.
Thank you very much. I'll take your last words, any advice, and maybe briefly, and then I'll go to Samuel before we go.
Like Samuel says, it's you do to have the engineer mindset.
Okay.
It's something, like I can say, it's not a school that builds an engineer, but yourself.
Okay.
If you think as an engineer, you become an engineer.
Sure.
Think to solution, not to the problem.
Okay.
Think how you can change something. Think how you can update it, not how you can always use it.
Thank you
That's
very much. So, Mr. Samuel, he's taking your word from you. No problem. So, thank you very much once again for honoring this invitation. We have a very exciting conversation, and I'm sure myself and my viewers and everyone has been able to learn something from today's conversation. Now, as we conclude today's discussion, one thing is clear: the future belongs to those who are prepared for it. As he said, think like an engineer, become an engineer. Think like a lecturer, become a lecturer, because he has helped them. That's one aspect people often forget: the people who teach those who become what they become.
Yes.
So whether through education, technical training, innovation, or continuous learning, young people can have important role to play in shaping the industries of tomorrow. Opportunities in fields such as aeronautics, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence are growing. And now is the time for people to develop the skills that they need to seize them. Thank you much again for honoring the invitation.
Yeah.
See you next time on KEYPOINT. It's a bye.